Okay, it's recording.
Right.
Before we dive into the role play, I want to thank you for being here with me today. As you know, as I mentioned to you, this is a recorded role play.
Hmm.
So I just want to go over, consent with you, make sure it's okay with you that I send it over. This will be shared with my professor, and she'll be the only one to review it.
Okay.
Just wanted to see, is that something that's okay with you?
Yes, I do consent.
Okay, it's okay. Perfect. So let's go ahead and get started.
Okay.
Alrighty. So thank you so much for coming back today and for being here. Um, just before we dive in, I do want to just kind of go over some of the things that we have been talking about. Last week you had mentioned to me, you had given me an update that you had a breakup with your boyfriend, and you have been experiencing some different feelings, some different things that you have not been experiencing before that. So just kind of wanted to check in with you. How's it going this week? How are you feeling?
I mean, it's okay. Just, everything is getting very stressful lately. Like I told you, I'm on the prom committee, and that's just, I don't know. I feel like I'm losing interest in that, and I don't even want to be in there anymore, honestly. School's just overwhelming, and I just keep getting hounded by my parents about, just about everything. They keep telling me about my grades. They keep giving me college brochures, and they keep saying if my grades keep slipping, like, I'm not going to go into college. And at this point, it's like, if I pass a class, shouldn't that be good enough?
Mm-hmm.
But no, they want me to get A's. They want me to give, me have more AP classes. And it's just so annoying. It's annoying to deal with everything. And my friends keep asking me what's wrong with me, that they see me different. And I just really I've been losing weight. And, I tried on my prom dress the other day, and I couldn't even, it was falling off. And I don't even know what's going on anymore. I'm just so annoyed. I'm tired of everybody. I want to go to sleep. And I feel like every time I fall asleep or take naps, it just helps me escape. Just feeling so tired. Yeah, I broke up with my boyfriend. And, it sucked, but we've been with each other since we were freshmen. I would think that we were going to last, but apparently not. He has different plans. He wants to go out of state and play football, and what am I supposed to do? I don't even know what college I want to go to, and it's just all this pressure with graduation and friends, and just want to escape, and I don't want to. I want to hear it. It feels like I'm just disconnecting from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be on social media all the time, and I would get like 100 DMs, and I don't even check those. I leave everybody in red.
Mm-hmm.
All my friends, even my sisters, just say that I haven't been the same, but I don't know what that means, because I feel like I'm okay, but I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired, and I just don't want to be around people. So I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't even want to be here today. My mom made me come because she thought that maybe this would help, but I don't know. I just feel tired, and I feel like I'm just losing interest in everything. And, just with the pressure, just pressure and me in school, like half the time when I'm in class, I zone out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what to do now.
If you don't mind, I'm just taking some notes right here, just
No,
so I can keep track of everything you're saying.
that's okay.
But I want to first and foremost thank you for being here. It takes a lot for you to be here. I know you mentioned that you originally didn't want to come here. I know your mom had, a lot to do with you being here today, but part of that also is you, right? Being here and making that decision to be here. So I do want to thank you. It takes a lot, especially right now. From the sounds of it, you have a lot going on, and it would be completely understandable, for you not to want to be here. And it's completely okay. It's okay. You good? If you at any given time you need to answer your phone, don't
Oh,
worry.
no, it's
Don't worry
okay.
about
It's
it.
just, it's friends, and I don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
I turn off my phone a lot of the time.
I can see a lot of your friends are reaching out to you, but yeah, like I said, if you need at any given moment, you need to, step away, go ahead. Feel free to do that. So, you know, like I mentioned, it takes a lot of courage for you to be able to be here and like, share these things with me. I know that it's a very difficult time, spirit, experiencing a breakup within itself, that's a form of loss, and it really much feels like you've lost someone, in your life.
Right.
It's like you go through, I'm not sure if you've heard of like the grieving stages, but it's like when you lose someone, you go through these different stages. And so, I mean, that one within itself is like very difficult. So I can totally, see why, you're feeling the way you're feeling, and from what you've mentioned, and I've been listening to you, and right now you're feeling stressed out with school, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling some of that pressure, from your parents. It's your last year, you have to think about, the big steps, right? What
Right.
schools you want to apply to. um, your friends, have been reaching out, but you're just like not in the mood, you've been feeling sad. You've also mentioned to me that you haven't been feeling, hungry. I believe last week as well you had shared not feeling like dressing up anymore.
Yeah.
Which is like your thing, that fashion is like something that is your
Right.
thing. You love to do that. Um, but you had mentioned that that being a change, right? That you've noticed.
Right.
Also your sleeping has been kind of off. You know,
Oh,
you would rather be sleeping, but it is still kind of not the same kind of schedule that you used to have, back then.
right.
um, and you had also mentioned about wanting to be disconnected from others. Your friends are reaching out, Instagram was your thing, you used
Right.
to get back to your friends and everything, but right now you're just like not feeling it.
Right.
Does all of this sound right? Am I getting you?
It sounds right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I just want to make sure I'm on the same page with you. Okay. Oh, and one last thing, you've been feeling at school, it's been kind of hard to focus. You've been just kind of zoning
Yeah.
out. All right, cool. So just wanted to make sure that I'm on the same page with you in terms of like what you've been experiencing these past few weeks. You know, based on what you've shared with me, it sounds like you are experiencing depression. Um, and this is something that a lot of people experience, more people that you would think. Also people your age, people in your age group can experience depression. And pretty much it's something that inhibits or prevents you from being able to do your daily activities. you know
So, can you take pills for that, or what do I have to do? Is it curable?
That's a really good question. Some people do take medication, but I feel that in your situation, I think that there's a few things that we can, try out before that. The good thing about um, depression is that it is something that we can you know we can that it does have a solution. So we can find different ways to help you all working together. um, One of the things that I have been noticing from what you've told me is like you have um, disconnected from people.
Oh,
One of the things that we've kind of learned with practice and different research is that when we can help reconnect people that are experiencing depression, help you reconnect with those people that are important to you, that it can help with the feelings of depression. It can really help improve that. So I don't want us to kind of jump into like, oh, medication. That's typically something that people, I know they talk about a lot, whereas I can't prescribe that. But there's other things that we can do before we that's something that we can talk about in the future. How does that sound? Do you think that we can kind of work on maybe reconnecting you? Because I believe that if we reconnect you to those people that are important to you, like you've mentioned, you have your friends, you have your family, you have your sisters. If we can reconnect you, that could really, I do believe that that will get you like on the right path, in order for you to, feel better and kind of get back to where you used to be.
I think it could help. I mean, I'll try it.
Yeah, and like I said, we'll work on this together. It doesn't have to be, um, we'll take baby steps. We'll do one step at a time with whatever you're comfortable. We'll work together, and if there's something that doesn't feel like you're ready for it, we can slow down. But definitely, this will be a team effort between you and I working together. And like I mentioned, the goal is to help you to get connected again to those people that like matter to you, and with you being able to feel connected again, feel supported. We believe that you will start to feel better, and those symptoms of like depression will start to like go away. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we could work on it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, with that in mind, I do have a little exercise here. Don't mind my, I really was not the best in art. As you can see here, I have one for you and one for me. And here's a pen. And if that doesn't work, let me know. We can totally get you another pen.
Okay.
But yeah, so what you're looking here, this is what I like to call the connection circle, closeness circle. So pretty much what this is this is a way for us to kind of get creative and brainstorm together. Who are those people in your life that you feel more closer to, more connected to, and these are the people in your life that whether during this time you haven't talked to them or not, but like those are the people, like those are your peeps, like those are the people you're connected to, you feel close to, whether it's on social media or it's like in person or whatever. This could be family members, it could be friends, it could be pets, it could be anyone, people that are and it could be I always say pets are family as well, but they it's just pretty much the people that are important to you and that provide that support. That's like the biggest thing. So here in this little circle, I'm gonna just show right up here. um, you have several circles, right? The middle tiniest circle that resembles you. Okay, so that would be you.
Okay.
You can write yourself, you can write your name down, you can put me, um, and then from there I want us, if it's okay with you, to just brainstorm a little, and you can put more than one person in any of these little layers, little circles. But I want you to think about who are those people that you feel you're like the closest to.
Okay.
So each circle, as it gets further away from you, it's pretty much like the people that are like, it goes like from the closest to like the not so close people, but they're still close to you. You're still close to them as well. But obviously the people that are like the closest to you are going to be the ones that are like closer to you, right in the middle, in the circle. So for instance, I can share something, as an example. I'm going to put me right here. And for me, I would say my mom. I'm like super duper close to her. And that would be like an example of, what you could write down,
Okay.
or how this activity works. So I could have put my mom, I could put my brother, like for instance, for me. Um, so go ahead and just, take a few minutes to just kind of think about that. Think about who are the closest people in your life, and then just kind of like as it goes out, those are the people that are like not so close to you, but they're still close to you, but they're not as close as the people in the closer to the center circle. Go ahead and give you a few minutes. Take your time. apologize. My email is going.
It's totally okay. Okay.
All right. Okay. Thank you for doing this with me. So, maybe this could be something that we can utilize for the next upcoming sessions.
Okay.
We can, since we're working on, getting you reconnected to people, as a way to, help with those symptoms that you've been feeling, right? To help you feel better, and feel more supported. Maybe if there's one person that maybe you can think about that's in that closest circle, right? The closest
Right.
one that maybe we can talk about, that you can share with me, who it is and why they're super close to you. And maybe this could be one person we can focus on for the next week, like for you to maybe reconnect and we can kind of brainstorm together, like how we can do that.
Okay.
How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Sounds good. Okay, so who's that one person you want to talk about?
I would say my sister.
Okay. Do you mind telling me about your sister?
She's my middle sister, but just lately I haven't really been talking to her. She's been, she's busy all the time, and I don't want to bore her with all my little issues. It's just, I just haven't seen her lately, and don't really feel like talking as much, but she has been reaching out, but just I think I need to reach back out to her maybe a little bit more and see how she is, I guess. I just don't know how to approach it.
Yeah, we can definitely practice that together today as well, as to like how you can reach out. There's different ways that you can reach out, but it sounds like you really care about your sister and she's important to you, and both of you are obviously close for a reason, right? She is able to give you the support, comfort, you feel safe with her, right? Usually the people that we feel the closest to, right, and the more supported by, they're the ones that give us that, right? They give us like that, that care, those that like safe space, like we feel comfortable, we can be ourselves with them. And so what do you think are, you said she's been reaching out. How has she been reaching out to you?
She's always texting me, she's calling me, she's even been tagging me on funny videos on social media, on Instagram, just try to get a reaction out of me, but I just really haven't been talking to her. She invited me to her house last week, but I just didn't go because I was, like I told you, my whole sleep pattern has been all over the place, and I just don't feel like going.
Yeah, and sleep can definitely like get us feeling, some type of way that it's like, we don't feel ourselves, you just feel tired, right? If your sleep schedule isn't like what it used to be. Yeah, totally. So one thing I want to just talk about is, how, since we're taking baby steps, right? What would be a little step, right? A little action step that you can think about that you would be able to actually do. You know what I mean? That it would be doable, reasonable for you, especially with the way that you've been feeling now, right? We don't want to do like, propose or like think about like a step that you would feel like, oh, I don't know that I can do that, right? You definitely want to be able to like achieve it, right?
Right.
What would be something, a way that you feel that you can, reach out, to your sister that you feel that you would be able to do
I mean, I could call her.
it?
I would be able to call her and, see how she's doing
and
let her know what's going on with me.
Yeah.
And I think she would understand.
For sure. I think so as well. Um, what would be, so looking at the situation, what would be, you know, what would be the good things about reaching out and what would be the not so good things about reaching out?
I mean, I know she would encourage me to get out of the house and,
Mm-hmm.
just try to help me and motivate me.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the bad things would be is like, she could judge me. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the biggest things. I'm scared of her judging.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's a lot more good than bad, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely do feel that based on what you've shared that there's more good, right? And then um, there's that thing of sometimes we like to we may think a thought, right? We may think like, oh man, they might judge me, or like you've mentioned in the situation, but that may not be necessarily the case, right? It's like that saying, you don't know what can happen unless you try it out, right?
Right.
Sometimes our brain will tell us, certain things, but it may not be necessarily true, right?
Right.
Unless we actually try it out, actually have like proof, right, that will actually happen.
Right.
So it sounds like there's more good stuff for you to, for you to reach out to your sister. Um, so you mentioned calling. Okay, so this is something you get your phone.
Yeah.
You feel you can do.
Yes.
Okay, so why don't we? We do have a few more minutes left. Why don't we go ahead and make that maybe our goal for our action step for this week? You
Okay.
know, you can go ahead and pick up the phone and make a phone call whenever you feel you're ready this week, and then when we meet next week, we can talk a little bit about how that went, if you ended up doing it and whatnot. um, and we can continue discussing the other people in your circles. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Sounds good. Doable.
Yes.
Okay.
It's doable.
Do you have any questions or anything?
No.
No. Okay. All right. On that note, we will end here. Thank you so much for meeting with me, and I'm looking forward to our next chat and
Yeah.
seeing how that went.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. Thank you.
And scene.